You're hitting the button. The broadcast is live. I'm Franz. This is the Concrete Town Hall for March 2021. Wow, year is coming together. We're kicking off the third month, and lots of fun and exciting things going on. I think this month's Town Hall is going to be a short and sweet one. So I would encourage you, if you have questions you want us to answer, you should be sticking those in the chat or Slack or any of the various ways to get a hold of us now. So when we get into Q&A here, you're not left in the breeze because we got a lot of stuff to jump into and a pretty light agenda to cover today. That said, a couple of news items. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who has reviewed us on the 5 sites that, see if I can bring this up while I talk, that we were asked. If you go to our blog, bring this up real quick, and yeah, there we go. Just watch me navigate my site, see how that works out. There you go. Submit 5 reviews to us, to these 5 well-known software comparison sites, and we will give you $100 in your concrete5 account to use as you please. In addition to that, a number of these guys will pay you as well. I think some of these are given $25, $10, $15 Amazon cards and donations to charities and all sorts of stuff. So you can get paid just by telling people what you honestly think about concrete. Obviously, I like 5 stars. 4 is cool, but in all sincerity, like, they need to be honest reviews. Like, I know we're not perfect, so by all means, give them a meaningful review to somebody else trying to find a good platform for managing a website with a team. Will find us if it's a good fit, right? So we sent that out, I don't know, towards the beginning of February, and response has been great. We've had hundreds of reviews across these various sites, so it's very exciting. We're going to extend the deadline through the end of this weekend, so I think that's the 7th. So if you haven't had a chance to get those reviews and you still want the credit from us, and I think there's a lot of these guys are still giving away credit too, please jump on that. It really helps. Traffic is going up. It's 10, 15 minutes out of your day, you can paste the same review to all 5 sites. So make it 5 minutes. And I'd really appreciate it. So thank you, everyone who's done that. And if you've got a minute, we'd appreciate it if you would. In other news, we have taken the dip into HubSpot. So that's exciting. We are replacing our support system. We've been using Zendesk for years and years, and now we're migrating that into HubSpot. We are using HubSpot as a general CRM, so we're kind of gradually shifting away from WHMCS for our hosting and services, invoicing and management, and we're using their sales pipeline stuff and their marketing engine, and happily not their CMS. Don't worry, there's a limit, but it is pretty sexy stuff. It's not cheap, but it is pretty cool, and just a nice balance of both intuitive interface and also how do you say it? like pre-populated content, or like kind of like configured in a way that's actually helpful and meaningful for different business verticals, which is a lesson that we could learn more from. So very interesting to play with this industry leader in marketing automation, CRM, I don't know, whatever else you want to call it. But reason I bring it up is, A, that's kind of cool, and B, if you notice changes in the way we're communicating, or you get an extra email, the formatting looks different, like, be aware that change is happening under the hood. Other news, Andy, do we have an official release date for 855?
We do. We are releasing 855 on March 17th at 2 p.m. Pacific time in the afternoon.
Wow.
Yes, at least the process will begin around that time. So the afternoon Pacific time of, I think that's, is that St. Patrick's Day? I don't remember yet.
Uh-oh.
Something like that. Oh, better get done by 5. No.
Well,
Yeah.
Guinnesses aren't that strong. Get it out. Go get 1 or 2 on you. Yes, so that is a official date, 3/17/21. We've had a release candidate for a long time. There was some debate around, we should fold some other things that have emerged back into it because, we're eager to move on to version 9, but I think that recognizing we will likely have an 8.5.6 or an 8.6 release as the new community stuff comes out. So let's just go ahead and release the release candidate is the plan.
Yes.
Excuse me. Similarly, in the spirit of us offering official dates to y'all, April 5th is the first date that we are committing to as part of the Nuco Community Rebuild extravaganza. That is mostly an internal alpha. There's a list of people who have very thankfully offered their time to do some beta testing. So we will reach out to those 40 or so people and start getting them access to parts of the stack on April 5th. So expect to see the My Account area, the forums, some federated login working. Internally, we'll be doing our SOC 2 testing on the new hosting platform. That's probably not ready for you all to beat on quite yet, but will be shortly thereafter. We will follow up about a month or so later with the beta launch, and then we will be live. So look forward to all of the talking and thinking and scheming that we've been doing for the last year plus on the new community concrete CMS and the hosting platform, the rebuilt marketplace. All that stuff is actually coming together. Is very exciting. That segues well to a question that I saw come in before this. Hey, as we do rebranding, are we going to get new badges if we're partners and all that? Yes, absolutely. We're not going to officially change the name until the new stuff launches. You've seen us kind of creep it in just so we could get the trademark registered, and just as we add new stuff, we try to just talk about concrete and concrete CMS more than saying concrete5, just because after 10 years it takes a little bit of practice to drop the 5 and get back to just the concrete CMS. But that will officially happen. We'll resolve the domain name and swap the logo out when the new stuff launches. So there is still quite a bit of work between now and then, and there will be plenty of communication points, inflection points, and certification is an important part of what we're doing. We've already got the certification add-on rebuilt, and that's probably going to be testable with the alpha as well. And yeah, if you are already certified for version 7, I think we will find a way to quickly grandfather you into version 8 and try to make it as seamless and easy as we can for you, along with some new marketing support materials. Oh, hold on a second. That reminds me, I got to take this headset off. That's right. Got new stickers.
Nice.
Right. Oh, there we go. No 5. So that's pretty cool. And I think just for you, Corbin, maybe it wasn't you that went, but they're smaller. They're a reasonable size, so you don't have to dedicate the entire back of your computer to concrete now if you want.
It's gonna make making that covered car a little harder, but hey,
well,
what are you gonna do?
Hey, if you're interested in covering your car with concrete5 stickers, I've got a deal for you. Or t-shirts. We can make that happen. So that's the news. That's what I got going on. That is newsworthy. March 2nd, whatever it is. Yeah. Let's move on to some thank yous. Go to the Karma leaderboard here. So one thing that we have done very well over the years is gamified the experience of working on an open source project. So if you are on concrete5.org and you are helping people in the forums, look at that little inlet, Corbin, nice. Or you're promoting the project through referral links, or you're doing work on the core, approving add-ons, you get karma points every week. Those karma points get kind of thrown into a big randomizer, and we pick out some winners based on how many points you've got and some randomization. It seems like this week, Vidal Themes has won a copy of the C5J Stripe subscription add-on for helping people. Sedg has won a copy of the info box grid for promoting the project. And ZanWeb has won a copy of the smooth link scrolling for doing the work. So thank you to those people and everybody else down here who has also accumulated points and helped people. And even for those of you who have helped people and our karma system has failed to honor your contributions with the points that it should. A lot of that has been rethought in the new community stuff as well, so that's pretty cool. And I guess I'd like to just thank Google. That is number one in our promotion. I don't know who that is. Absolutely sure there's no IP issues with that at all. But okay then. Thanks, Google. Good job. Appreciate all of that, everybody doing all the work that you do, and in Slack as well. We say it every month, but it is always rings true that it's really cool to be part of something that is bigger than any of us. Andy, do you have any shout outs for core and documentation and whatnot?
Yeah, I do. We've gotten some good contributions this month from Biker Dave, Biplob, Bitterdev, John the Fish, Emlocati, Rude Zuderlicht, and Wordish, who is Mike Larson in the core team. Documentation updates from Affixia, John the Fish, El Przinski, and Mike as well. So nice job, Mike.
Excellent. Last but not least, thank you to you, cats. I know it's 3 a.m. and you're watching because that's how you roll, or you'll see it later. But thank you for donating some license to the Karma Machine. Any add-on developers, theme developers that want to get your work in the hands of active community members, if you reach out to Mike, MYQ, he can take as many or as few licenses as you would like and add them to the mix. And that's a good way to get them better exposure, some reviews, that kind of thing. Excuse me. Okay. I think we are forging right ahead into the showcase. Hey, that worked. So this was submitted to us by Project 85, which is, I think, a very pretty web page. Sadly, cobbler shoes. All that happens is you get a mail to here. Like, I really want this site to do something kind of flashy, but nonetheless, good choice of gradient. Project 85, down with that. This is a commerce site that rebuilt. So it's an old version 5.6 site that these folks rebuilt using all of these add-ons, which is a pretty cool marketplace, community case study there of like, look, you can piece together a lot of this stuff and save yourself a bunch of time. Brought to us by Martin from Project 85. And the site is not going to be something I'm going to be able to really read a whole lot off of because it's from the Netherlands, but it is like a quilt and fabric store.
Oh, cool.
And I don't know because the community e-commerce is not in the marketplace, it's just a GitHub project. So it wasn't listed on that list of blocks, but sure feels to me like they are using this. Maybe it's Fabian's Bitter Store, but one of those. This is all still concrete5. So they are built. They have rebuilt this site. They're using a e-commerce engine. And,
yeah, that might be community store. I feel like I've seen that dialogue before. That's cool.
Feels like community store. I mean, we're still in a CCM page, so it's definitely not like we just skinned Shopify or something. Yeah, pretty cool. And like, feels like what a quilting site should feel like. Got that kind of light palette and quilty typeface choices and whatnot. It's like we're selling things in euros. I can Hovenhealed 2 of them. Man, it's a cool language. Winkelwagen. Winkelwagen is weak.
Come into the Winkelwagen.
I hope I didn't just buy a bunch of fabric. Oh no. Register. That's cool.
I didn't know what the word for ton was in Danish. And now
getting a pallet of blankets.
Entire shipping container showed up at my house.
Oh, it's good stuff. Oh, look at this. They got all your accoutrement.
Quilt stand. That's interesting.
And your quilt parterin. Yeah. I don't know, pretty cool. I like showing off these more application-y sites. Always nice to see the sexy marketing-focused ones as well. But you can build cool stuff with concrete. Watch this. Ooh, we got a little chat bot down here.
Yeah, I like the couple floating things they have in that margin. It seems like a good use of that white space.
Rogue. What's this? There's your little shopping cart. Yeah, it's simple but sexy. Cool. Nice job, Project 85. Appreciate the showcase submission and good looking site. And thank you for taking somebody who loved concrete5 and building them this fancy new version 8 site. Like that's superb. All right. Told you it was going to go fast today. Q and the A. So here's Catalyst asking about the partner logos. I think I addressed that. Yes, there will be new partner badges. Will you receive it automatically? You probably will. I feel like we have version 7 based certification for just using the app. So kind of like editor certification. Moving forward, we're going to start doing version specific certifications, and we think of them really in not quite as granular as we had for version 6. So if you think way back with version 6 and before, we had like super specific certifications. Like this person's been certified on moving sites. This person's been certified on
Yeah.
how the file manager works. It was very granular, and that was probably a little bit too far into the granular. Then we moved towards just there's level 1, 2, and 3, and I think that's a little sketchy because it means different things to different people. What we're looking at now is pretty much the way Acquia does Drupal certification, where there's kind of a running sites, which is kind of a level 1, like I can use the interface. There's theme development, which is both theme development and kind of basic block building. And can I build? Can I make take a design and make a site out of it? And then something that's more advanced developer. Can I build dashboard pages and know how all the guts work? All of those are going to be multiple choice question based. We've gone back and forth around whether they need to have like a hands-on, like are we reviewing code and all that stuff, and we just don't see how that scales, and other people aren't doing that. So I think we're just going to flush out. I think we have theme development questions already built, or at least a lot of them for version 7. So I think obviously a lot's changed in 9, a little has changed in 8. We're going to flush some of that stuff out. First one's ready to go. Second 2 will come quickly. That's the kind of thing that can come around launch. But yes, we will absolutely. The deeper question here, are you guys going to leave us in a lurch with this 5 on our logos? No, we will make sure that you guys have good assets and can update your sites with some warning at the same time that we update our site. So good looking out, but we got you. What's next?
We got one from Hutman Ashley asking about the API documentation site. And I have a little banner here for it. And I have some great news. Your question has spurred us to realize that API documentation site was down. So we've gotten that back up, as of now. So you can access that now. We'll make sure to add some monitoring there so that we catch it next time it goes down.
Nice.
Thanks for letting us know.
Great question. Fantastic answer too, Corbin.
well, thank you.
Already done.
We got one more. Are there any anticipated upgrade issues between version 8 to version 9? Like, is it kind of the same kind of idea from version 7 to version 8, or is it going to be smooth?
Well, definitely. So this question that I see is asking it in the context of like 5.6 to 5.7. So if you look at the different kinds of upgrades that we've had, and plot them on a graph, like 5.6 to 5.7 was a total backward incompatible release. And so it's definitely not in that vein. So the good news is upgrading from version 8 to version 9 is actually possible, which 5.6 to 5.7 was just straight up impossible. So you had to rebuild your site or find a way to migrate content. So it will definitely be much, much closer to kind of the upgrade from 5.7 to version 8 was. Where there could be some significant challenges, especially around the front end of sites. So we're doing some significant restructuring to how we advocate people build themes. And I think that once we kind of iron those things out, it's going to be a lot smoother and a lot easier for theme developers to kind of, you don't have to write as much stuff from scratch in order to make your theme look good in concrete. But by the same token, that means that themes that were built before that in version 9, is there, there's always a chance when you're upgrading from Bootstrap 3 to 4 that there could be some conflicts between themes. So it's possible that upgrading your site might expose some weird inconsistencies between themes. But in terms of things that are broken, I think, version 9, while it adds a bunch of new stuff and improves a lot of things, it really doesn't, today, it doesn't deprecate or break a lot of stuff that was working. So, you might get some visual inconsistencies, and you might get some things that you'll have to fix. You'll most likely have to upgrade your add-ons once those upgrades become available. But it's definitely, we've already upgraded sites that were running on version 8 to version 9 so far. And it requires some finesse, but it's definitely a lot smoother than, even many of the upgrades that we've done in the past.
And I should say that question was from Drummerby. He's asked a follow-up question. Will it be drastic enough that you would recommend putting off building a new site until version 9? Sounds like most of that stuff's going to be kind of, it might be slightly different, but I would imagine it would be mostly the same from what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't put off building a site right now in version. I would build it off of version 8. Once 8.5.5 comes out in 2 weeks, or build it on 8.5.4 and right now today. It's not going to be. There will probably be some tweaks, but it's one of those things where, the release of version 9 is predicated on us doing a bunch of basically making the marketplace work with multi-site licenses amongst many other things. And while we have a timeline for that, that we're feeling good about, it's not. This is not weeks away. This is months away. So I wouldn't wait. I would start right now and upgrade when you feel comfortable upgrading. And I mean, 8.5 is going to be supported for a while. Like Franz said, we have put aside the beautiful dream that 8.5.5 might be the last 8.5 release that we do. So as we try and make sure that 8.5 works on version 8, PHP 8, and as we make it work with the new marketplace, we're going to be doing at least one more 8.5 release. So that's going to be supported for the time being. I would build something on the stable 8.5 branch, and and look at version 9 when it comes out, and not worry about it.
Nice. We got one through the YouTube chat from none other than M. Locati. He's asking, is it possible, here, I can show it here. Will it be possible to let users manage the same marketplace add-on, multiple users manage the same marketplace add-on? So this is kind of the opposite end of the multi-site idea of, we have one marketplace item for multi-site. Would it be possible to say, hey, I'm a maintainer along with this third party for this package in the marketplace?
I think that's possible with our nascent new marketplace platform. I don't know off the top of my head, though, but I know that the multi-vendor support, in theory, is for this exact problem. I don't know if we're going to be exposing that functionality out of the gate, though.
Yeah, we are building, or we have built, some functionality into the new community federated login source of truth called Teams. And that kind of lets us clump people together into an access entity. So we could do things like say, well, here's the translation team, and here's a team for just my company, right? Because we definitely recognize the need to say, look, I want to buy some licenses and let other people in my company be able to use them. And we're trying to get away from the model that we have now, where if you want a company profile, you just make another user profile and click a checkbox. That feels weird. So we do have a data model for clumping people together into a group, as it were. So technically, we could probably piggyback on top of that. A little worried about the edge cases of having a group of people responsible for an add-on. Right now, when someone requests a marketplace payout, I'm paying out a single PayPal account, and it's kind of nice for me. I don't need to know how you guys are splitting your money and like, right? I could see that getting really confusing really fast. But we can think that stuff through. I guess my question would be: is it more of just a technical? Hey, I want to let somebody else upload a new package to an approved add-on, or is it more of a, me and Andy are starting a company together, and we want you guys to split our profits somehow? Like, that's not going to happen. That's too
yeah.
that gets funky fast.
Also, if it's about support, which I can imagine this being about, like, you've got a crew of 3 people answering support requests for an add-on that's in the marketplace, like, that will likely be handled by the fact that I think we're going to be strongly encouraging the use of third-party solutions for support in the new marketplace.
Yeah, I think you can use direct messages, but if you want to, and we can already do that today, like if you want to point your support link to Zendesk, you can do that in the marketplace today. So I think we'll continue to do it that way. So curious to learn more about what the need is there. Probably have some tools to solve some of it, but I'm wary of how things could go south from a process perspective in the big picture.
All right. Oh, went back to the old one. So we've got one more question that I've seen, and I think we'll cut it short there because I don't see anybody typing.
There's so many coming in into the stock, at least.
What's the planned timeline for giving developers, the opportunity to update their add-ons for version 9? And there's some follow-up to this. Like, is there specifically going to be a few months of release candidate that would give developers the opportunity, or what's the plan there?
Yeah, there will be. So, as I mentioned, we've got alpha that is going to be released April 5th. We then will be focusing on getting to a spot where we really have everything testable and working, so solid beta in May, and that will be the same time that they'll be saying, we'll be able to point you to, hey, this is the new marketplace, this is version 9 that is working with it and honoring licenses for multi-site the way it should, and here's instructions for what y'all need to do for your add-ons or themes. I think there's probably going to be more impact on themes. And as Andy said before, like, we're going to work very hard at making it, opt-in, not rebuild kind of stuff, because no one wants the pain that we had with version 6 to 7. So I would be thinking about that in early May as a good time to start that work.
Nice. Well, that's
I'm not sure that. Yeah, that's we'll have to figure out how all of these alpha beta plans have kind of involved the new sites, not necessarily the version 9. So this we'll have to make sure that we, that they get out there at the same time. Mm-hmm. And there's the public beta that that we have also that is ready to connect to both and is also relatively otherwise feature complete, so that we're not adding new stuff after that breaks the things that you're testing. So yeah.
So do expect some rolling release candidates and some steps forward and steps backward as we go through that. Oh, you're muted, Corbin. We can't hear you. I can't hear him.
I cannot hear Corbin either.
But he sure is going.
That's funny. Yeah, I said this was going to be the last one, but I am a known liar, I guess. And we got a question a little earlier that I missed. This is about the reviews. Dragon 10Y asks when that $100 gift would only be for reviews till the end of February. Is that correct?
No, I extended it to the end of the week, so the 7th, and I just updated the blog post to say as much. So I have crossed out the good through end of February. There's now an edit at the end that says we've extended this until March 7th. So go review, and I will pay you.
Nice. All right, well, that's actually the last one.
Sweet, and I appreciate that. If everybody just has a few minutes, it does tremendous. Gets us to the top of all these lists. Traffic goes up. It's good for everybody. That's an easy win, so thank you. And yeah, thank you as a whole. See you in a month, and see you with some new stuff to start looking at.
Yeah, thanks everybody. See you
Awesome.
next
Thank
time.
you.